Welcome to the Castle Connection. Today is July 23rd. I'm your principal, Jarod Claybourn. I'm joined by Superintendent Matt Sheehan, and this is the Castle Connection. This is season 5, I'm calling it. We've been doing this for 5 years together. I appreciate that opportunity. And starting the same way, how are you doing, sir, and how's your summer going?
Well, I'll tell you what, in the last 5 years, we've certainly been through a lot. Our team has grown. Summer's going well. You figure we're coming off of an unbelievably memorable, outstanding graduation for the class of 2024. And that really got us inspired to do bigger and better things for the incoming class of 2028. Not only next year, but we're projecting forward 4 more years. So really excited about where we're at and where we're going.
Awesome, awesome. And you and your family are doing well this summer?
Yeah, we're always pool people, swimming and coaching, so we're really excited about that. And we kind of vacation a little bit in August. Unlike the Claybourns, we're local. We go Brigantine. I know you guys are world travelers, or at least country travelers. Yeah. Are you excited about your trip?
We are. We had a big trip coming up, so I might be offline a little bit, and I appreciate the support of you and the team and the board on that. We'll soak up some family time coming up. So we have behind the scenes is our summer credit recovery students running the show back there. Mr. K, we can see and hear an echo if you want to turn off that speaker in here. But we have a few summer projects going on. What do we got going on so far that we're excited about?
Well, not very exciting. We have phase 3 of the unit vent. Clean air exchange is a priority since COVID, and we're finishing up one of our instructional wings. We have a locker room project. Obviously, we're doing the hallways and the classrooms, the yearly cleanup that we do prior to the start of the school year. And we have a few projects coming up, which I'll let you talk about the concrete project and that impact.
So I do want to make sure you guys get that. So we do are doing a couple different concrete items, which will be important that we communicate to you. Mr. Ken Sayano, our athletic director, will do most of that communication, but we are going to pave the outdoor cafeteria area, which we're really excited about. So that's the outdoor seating that the students use both before school, after school, but particularly during lunch. So that's going to be fully repaved, so it's nice, no more mud and grass down there. And then the other big part of that is we are going to pave a sidewalk pathway from our walking path that'll go to the stadium on the visitor side, so that way all of our guests have a nice paved walkway across. So at some point that'll be shut down accessing the stadium, but you'll have plenty of access otherwise. So it won't stop us from accessing the stadium or the track, but we will communicate that project is going on, and we're happy about that. Mr. Sheehan, I think one of the things you were real excited about was the test scores from last year. We saw great improvements. Still got a long ways that we want to go as a district, but great things to celebrate.
Yeah, it's an easy thing to, to measure is the school performance report, the 9th grade, standardized test that we take. And unfortunately, we don't score very high on it, but, we're aware of it. We want to try to improve upon it. And I think it was a total team effort from the teachers, the administration, through my level, and then the Board of Education supporting it. We increased our test scores for the 9th grade NJSLA significantly, and I can't say enough about the work that Mrs. Ravier did. Our math, we hired 2 new math teachers, we added programs, we have interventionists and supports for our students, and the board committed to the recommendation from the administration was to go to year-round mathematics. What a change that is. Students who now have 8-9 months in the seat before they take the test just have a greater chance at success. So, that was a leap of faith in many regards. It was a chance that we took, and really it springboarded us to the idea of our new schedule, which is a wheel schedule, which is year-round instruction as well, while providing the same amounts of credit opportunities and elective opportunities. So I think it's, again, a total team effort. And again, if you can measure it, you can manage it. Well, we never wanted to shy away from it. We wanted to put a lot of attention to it. We still have room to grow, and we want to try to continue to improve. But I think that's a really good indication on what type of success students can have at Sterling High School, regardless of where they're coming from. Right. We get them in their seats, and we can really educate them, and the proof now is in our test scores.
Great. So that paved the way for the new schedule, like we said. I will send out a link on that again, but we do have that all posted with new bell, new start time, 7:40. Kids get 10 more extra minutes. That's nice. So we'll make sure you get all that information as well. We also had success in our AP test scores, though, too, right?
Yeah, so AP, upper level. Some students take it as freshmen, depending upon the course level, but mostly your juniors and seniors. And we have great success. I think 3/4 of students that take an AP exam score of 3, 4, or 5, which is a passing grade. Oftentimes colleges accept those credits if the score is a 4 or 5. Well, we had 14 students achieve a level which is called AP Scholar Awards level when they take at least 3 tests and score at least a 3 on those tests. And if you just bear with me here, I think these students they're worth mentioning. Jordan Baker, Kara Chestnut. By the way, Kara Chestnut scored 3 5s out of her 5 scores, right? So 3 5s on the AP, which is outstanding. We have Chloe Chestnut, Jack Ciano, Laurel Conway, Paris Hamlin, Davis Holloway, Madison Lee, Caitlin Ott, who also scored 3 5s on her test, AP test, Fallon Shinseki, Cassidy Sweeney, Michael Tully, Christiana Uda, and Maggie Worthington. So, of all of our test takers, those guys distinguished themselves with the number of tests they took and the grades that they received. So kudos to them and their hard work, and also our staff for really pushing those guys and preparing them for the AP exam.
That's great. So I love to hear the district's prioritizing both ends of the spectrum. Our advanced kids are getting pressed and pushed hard and having success, and then we're meeting the needs of the students that are struggling to meet the state standard. So great achievements last year.
Yeah, and I think the two go hand in hand. Again, you talk about that team approach. Perhaps if we're more successful at that 9th grade level, they'll aspire to take on more AP type courses junior and senior year.
Great, love it. Thank you for sharing that information. We've been blessed this year. We got a head start on identifying the spaces we needed new hires, and we completed most of those hires pretty early on. I know we wanted to talk about who those people are as well. So we have 6 teaching staff, right? And then 1 additional maintenance staff. Now, some of these are add-on positions. I think we added another position. This was, again, part of the commitment of the board as we made our way to transitioning to the new schedule, meeting the needs of the testing demands as well. So we have Julia Kirk, who will be participating in our special ed and social studies, Kyla Workman in social studies, Mr. Ponce Tinkham, who is a graduate of Sterling, Magnolia resident.
1994 maybe?
Okay, 94.
95.
He is going into our special ed department. Mr. James Brashanti coming in as our media center specialist, who also will teach a couple tech ed courses he's excited about. Mr. Chris Delborello, who served as a long-term sub here, is going to continue on as the business education teacher. Jocelyn Elmore, who will be known as Chief, is in our ROTC department, which we're super excited about her partnership with our own senior chief. And then our maintenance gentleman is Michael Zopp, who's also a graduate of Sterling
I think
High School.
class of 2007, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I definitely had him in class myself.
Yeah.
And he's already here getting started. So an awesome class. We always brag about who has the best hire class, and so this looks like a very good one.
Yeah, we're excited about it, and you'll get to meet the new staff members as we begin the school year. They've been in already once for an orientation. They'll be in later in August, and it's a nice mix of fresh out of college and experienced educators. So I think they'll make a great addition to our school community.
Great. So we'll post more of that information. I'll make sure it goes out on social media. We'll do some highlights on the different staff members. Also, speaking of social media, I am trying to get out some more stuff for our students specifically. So we'll get some posts out to Instagram, and shout out to little Principal Cassie for helping me with some of those posts. And of course, this Castle Connection I always post on Facebook, which seems to be a more connected piece for the adults in our community, our parents. A couple other announcements we have while we're here is from Hynella and working with Summerdale. Our parking and traffic pattern going into next year. One of the things we're really going to hone in on is that new parking lot. We call it the athletic parking lot, which was the old tennis courts. It's closer to the Stratford end of the building. It has its own entryway. One of the things we've noticed as we've watched with SRO Smith working with Chief Brown out of Hynella is that when parents go in there and drop off and then attempt to make a left turn, it backs up the traffic in there because there's not 2 lanes out. It's only a 1 lane in and 1 lane out. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a double yellow line in there, and we're going to put a sign up, no turning left. So if you are a person coming from Stratford and Laurel Springs and you're attempting to do a drop-off, but you need to continue left down Warwick Road towards Summerdale Magnolia, then you're going to have to do a drop-off at the front of the building so that you can make that left-hand turn coming out of that lot. If you go into the athletic lot, we're going to ask you not to make the left-hand turn, and that's just going to keep that flow during drop-off and pickup time. So I'm happy to say we're partnering with Heinel and Summerdale to get some of those things done. We mentioned the new bell schedule. We're going to continue to talk about that. We'll continue to send that out. So watch for that. Make sure you have all your questions asked during this summertime. And then you know what? The students are going to do a great job of learning it. They'll probably get it faster than even some of us adults. The freshman orientation is still available. Again, this is the comprehensive 3-day thing. It's not required, but strongly encouraged. You can still sign up for that. It's August 12th, 13th, and 14th. It's a great way to initiate your high school experience, whether you're a freshman or a new student, so I want to make sure you do that. And if you have questions on the tablet distribution, we'll have more of that information as we get closer to that orientation. Our goal is to try to partner up some distribution with the orientation, but the tablets are here on site, which is great news. So that means once they are ready to go, we'll get them to the freshman students prior to the start of the school year. Those are my items. Mr. Sheehan, you have something else?
No, that's all I had. Again, I guess if I had one thing, I would just like to thank the staff that have been here this summer, educating our students in credit recovery. Also our maintenance and custodial department on doing a great job preparing the school for the upcoming school year. And the administration, they do a great job preparing for the schedule for next year, the new schedule, just everything. So we're hard at work and we're really excited about the start of the upcoming school year, but we want to make sure we have a very long and slow month of August where we can all come back fully re-energized and ready to go.
Great. So we'll see you a little bit later in August. Wishing you an awesome summer as you continue and squeeze up some time, hopefully, with your families. So from here at Sterling High School, wish you well, and as always, go Knights.